As a first. Don't make me laugh, Tracy.
Hello, good evening. Hiya. Welcome tonight. Thank you very much. Jacqueline, we've got Jacqueline Dixon from Paranormal Paths in to talk to us tonight, and it is really just going to be an informal talk. We're all pals, Jacqueline,
Yeah.
and so
Had a
we're
great
looking forward to
investigation
this.
today. Yeah.
And
Good.
sadly, we never managed it last week, so eventually we could broadcasting tonight, but we're missing two of our members. We're missing Lois and we're missing Sam, sadly, but they'll be back on another night. But tonight we have got Tracy down the bottom,
Aye.
the member of Paranormal Footprints, and also my daughter Carly, who is the newest member of the team. Now we're just going to share a screen, so you might not even see her for half of the show.
Oh,
So, Jacqueline, thanks very much for coming on tonight. It really is a pleasure to have you back on. In fact, have we ever actually had you on?
I don't know.
I don't think so. I mean, we've obviously
I
spoke to you
think
before.
so. Well,
No, you have.
I've spoken to you.
We
but
have.
Yeah, I think we have. Yeah, I think I've been on yours and you've been on mine. Yeah.
Oh, we
But
have.
so
We've been on
yeah.
Paranormal Paths. That's right.
Yeah.
Myself and Sam have been on.
Yeah.
All right. So we're getting the comments up on Carly's screen. So she's the wee moderator for tonight. So hello, David. Hello, Karen. And hello, Angela Telfer. Thank you for joining us tonight. Obviously, on StreamYard, I can't see the names because it comes up and says Facebook user. So if anybody's joining us tonight, you have to go onto the link and give StreamYard permission to use your name so that we can actually see who you are. But anyway, Jacqueline, so you have got a long standing friendship with the paranormal world, haven't you?
A bit.
I can't hear, so Hazel Brown, can everybody else hear us okay?
Hold on, I'll just see if I can hear on my phone. Yeah, my phone's fine. Yeah.
Yep. Yep, we can hear it. Just check I don't know, Hazel, just check it, maybe check your volume. That, because I don't know, but if anybody else is having problems, can you please let us know?
Hi, Charles.
So Charles, and there's a Facebook user saying, I've investigated with Jack a few times in England.
I'm not sure who that is.
It's David Barrett.
Oh, yeah. Met
David Barrett's coming to Inverary with us.
Oh, wicked.
So he is, and we're also going to do an investigation with him at the Proven Hall in Glasgow. It's a charity event.
Oh, fantastic. Yeah,
so that'll be
David at Haunted Antiques. And that was
really? That is a place I would like to investigate.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Fantastic. Yeah. All the different artifacts are just, everybody's heaven, really, isn't it? To go into a place like that.
It's a massive cauldron and you don't know what's going to come out because
you've
got such a mix of energies. But recently they've changed it around a little bit, made it into an escape room. So they've moved some goods from items from one of the rooms into the doll's room. So the doll's room sort of had a certain energy. Now it's got like some evil or like dog energy into there now.
No. And of course, it's change, isn't it? Just like older people, they don't like change. They just don't like it. So when when they're, I mean, that is going to stir up activity, really.
It has, already. I went a few weeks ago, and it was a weird atmosphere. It's a weird energy in there, and I think one of the regular spirits in one of the rooms, she wanted to go out the room and be somewhere else because she didn't like the sort of dark which had come over into that room. To investigate.
So, was it like that before? Was it dark like that before?
Not in that room, no. There's just different rooms. You've got a seance room, which is quite dark. You've got witches sort of area, and then you've got the doll's room, you've got the war room. And each have got like different energies, associated with the objects and the items.
So, was it like that before? Was it dark like that before?
Not in that room, no. There's just different rooms. You've got a seance room, which is quite dark. You've got witches sort of area, and then you've got the doll's room, you've got the war room. And each have got like different energies, associated with the objects and the items.
Fantastic.
It's
I'm going to say hello to a few of these people that have came to join us. So we've got Charles. Hi, Charles. Robbie, hello. Doris, Amanda. And Robbie's asking where the birthday girl is. Lois couldn't make it tonight. She just had a tired night last night and she's needing to rest. So, yep. And the same as Sam. Hello, Amanda. So, I mean, where was the first place you investigated, Jacqueline?
It's more a ghost hunt at the time. So there's two I did. One was Galleries of Justice, which is a massive location in Nottingham.
Yeah,
and about the same time I also went to Derby Jail. So the Galleries of Justice was the first public event, and it's where I did encounter something which was weird, and my ex got really mardy. We did a tour around. I went in this room, he sat on a bed, and he sort of started feeling sick, and he started being mardy and moaning. And he said, "Oh, I'm not sitting on that bed," and he was like nearly crying. So he'd actually picked up that on that bed all the female prisoners were put in there who were pregnant or expecting babies.
Oh, really?
So basically it's where they gave birth. So he's actually picking up some of those symptoms. He didn't believe in it.
No, I was going to say that.
Yeah, when we went round later, he wouldn't go back in that room. He just threw his toys out the pram. It's so funny. Somebody who likes to control, a bit of who likes to be controlling, he actually...
yeah. You should have locked him in it.
To be honest, yeah. But we also went on Valentine's Day to Derby Jail. So we did a walk round, and then some people had the chance to do a seance with Jason Carl. So that was my first real seance. We went into the debtor's cell, and he was talking. He said, "Oh, this person's coming in, blah blah blah." I think, yeah, whatever. But back in the day, it was about 2003, and they kind of said if you hold the medium's hand, then you might pick up some of what they're getting.
Yeah.
So it's just something which was said then. I've not really thought about it much then. I've mentioned it in my book, but that's it. And I basically could smell some smoke, and it was like cigarette smoke, but not a brand we know of today.
Mm-hmm.
And then he said that somebody was smoking, and it's like, oh my God, so that, you just pick up things.
That is amazing.
You don't believe it.
I can relate with that, Jacqueline, just what you're saying about being next to a medium and actually then sensing. It's as though the spirits have came to them, the energy's strong, and you can pick up on that.
Yeah.
Because myself and Tracy, we always say, we're not really that kind of psychic at all. We just really kind of pick up on things like that. And then we went to a house with Doris, and the both of us picked up on the same lady.
Oh, wow.
And the stuff and I was picking up stuff that Doris was picking up, and it was just it was an eye-opener for myself and Tracy, because it was not something we were used to doing. We weren't able to do that, but it was amazing.
It just something with Doris, I think.
It was because of Doris, yeah. And I think because we'd done the Reiki healing, so we'd opened ourselves up a bit.
Yeah. That's brilliant.
It was fascinating. So, and you smell the smoke?
I did then, yeah. Yeah, I just smelt the smoke before the medium. Well, Jason Carl, he was in the first series of Most Haunted. He's lovely. You don't hear much of him anymore. I don't know what he's up to, but yeah, he was just wonderful.
And oh God,
I don't know what he was either. I don't know if he's a medium. I don't think he was. I don't know if he's a parapsychologist. So
I can't even remember that. That's terrible how I can't remember that name, but
yeah, it was in the first series of Most Haunted, but then after that, they got other people in, didn't they?
Yeah, I know. It's seen a fair few amount of people walking in through the Most Haunted gates.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
But and some of them are lovely people, aren't they?
They are. Yeah, I've spoken to a few people.
Yeah.
I've got get on well with Barry. He's so lovely. And yeah, I
Bill
know.
Wyman.
Yeah, there's a lot of people who've left there who are just great,
Yeah, and I think everybody evolves anyway, don't they? They just, as you say, you started off with Derby Jail and the Galleries of Justice,
Yeah.
but you have done so much since then.
It was more recently. It's only like the last 8 years when I had done a lot of ghost hunts in between. I had carried on going to ghost hunts on and off, but
yeah,
I don't know. I kind of, for a laugh, decided to do psychic development. It was for a laugh because I didn't believe in mediumship at the time.
No,
So
but you're doing really well with that, actually.
Yeah,
and
that's very strange.
This is Doris saying about us doing amazing that night. It was just a fantastic night, just being able to help somebody.
Yeah.
And just found out you.
Hi, Wendy.
Hi, Wendy. So yeah, just recent. So that's about 8 years since you've really kind of dived into the paranormal and doing the kind of ghost hunts, investigating.
I did paranormal before that, but it was like sort of last 8 years when I've been sort of doing the psychic development and sort of done more paranormal, then sort of gone more into the investigating side, past the flashing lights and the table tipping, just getting more and more questions and wanting more answers, really.
I know. Do you not think it's so rewarding when you go into a place and you actually connect with spirit and you feel that you've actually done and made a difference, not just to them, because obviously you go out into somewhere that's got paranormal activity and some people just don't understand the whole paranormal side of it, the spiritual side of it. But it's actually, if there's activity happening, there's probably a reason behind it.
That's it. And I find that the people who are really struggling are the ones who connect to me. So the ones with the real sob stories connect to me. There's one particularly I'm near a place called Woollerton Hall. It's just a park near me. Elizabethan Mansion, is it? It was actually used in the Batman film, one of the Batman films.
Yep.
It was a location there. And, I've been going there all my life, go in the park, not been in the hall much, but, it's just a local deer park. Used to walk to it from where I lived at one stage.
Yeah.
And I basically picked up on this lad, and he was in a room off the kitchen. And I think he was the illegitimate child of the well-to-do family. And there won't even be a record of him.
I know, that's such a shame.
And his story was horrible. And I was near tears, and he was like crawling on the floor for scraps of food. But how do you validate that?
I know.
There's another person with me who was picking up on it as well. But how, I want records,
No records.
You're not going to get it.
No. That's upsetting, because generally you would be able to back that up with history, with records, but obviously in that situation that would have been a no-no anyway.
But when I mentioned it to my friend about this scenario, this lad being off the kitchen, and she said, yeah, that would have happened in the families.
Yeah.
They would have, for whatever, if he wasn't what they wanted in the family, then they'd do that, and it was shocking.
I know.
And, it just changed the whole idea of this park, and this beautiful house, and you think, oh, okay.
I know, and that's it. And so many older buildings have got their secrets.
That's right.
And when you think about it, when you go investigating, you go to a place and you hear the kind of stories about a place, but it's not until you're in there that you actually find out things that isn't in public. You can connect with spirits that maybe somebody's not even heard of.
That's right.
And for whatever reason, we've had it like umpteen different times. We'll go to a place, we went to the Victory Baths, and although there was a spirit of a boy, but we connected with that little boy in ways that nobody else has ever done.
Yeah,
You know,
right.
and it connected more with Carly when she dreamt of this little boy who told her exactly how he passed away and what happened that day. And we had done a shamanic journey with two of the girls. So one of the ladies that came with us, or as a guest, she had put herself out there to do the shamanic journey. And what she explained about the wee boy walking out the doors with his gran, my daughter basically just said, fill in all the blanks through her dream.
Wow.
It was so amazing. And that they things you really kind of get 100% with like a device or something like that. It has to come. You have to get that story from somewhere else. Sometimes
it's better to be able to connect like that, because a flashing light doing a yes or a no, which I do, you know.
Yeah.
If you're doing a live stream, then you do use different tools to get answers.
Of course you do.
And you don't always link in with what's around you. If you can have a conversation, that is fantastic.
Yeah.
But that lad, I did try and help him over. I did try and help him to the light that night. And you just try and do what you can. And obviously, with locations, you've got to be careful about that as well.
Yeah.
But that's a public building. That it's not like it just brings something totally different, doesn't it? Like that medium who said he cleared a well-known place of all the spirits, and you can't. That's someone's business, isn't it? And it's catch-22, isn't it? Really?
Yeah, I know you want to help the spirits, but
yeah,
at the same time, if somebody's cashing in, and obviously it's their living, and it helps to maintain the building.
Yeah.
You don't want to kind of scare everybody away, all the spirits away, and then there's none, and then there's no income.
Yeah, it's an odd one, isn't it? Because a lot of the buildings, you've just got people there for a reason. People go to the same building, they'll encounter the same family, and you can get that if you go to a place sometimes, can't you?
Of course,
don't know why they're there, or
I think even just having that connection with somebody that. Like if the spirit was to come to us and we can connect with that spirit, even I think that's just enough for them sometimes, to know that they're not on their own and they can be heard.
Yeah,
and they can tell their stories.
Last year I was at Galleries of Justice again, and there's in a bit what they call narrow marsh. So I think it's like a poverty area of Nottingham City back in the day.
Yeah.
And I picked up a bloke approaching, and he'd got handcuffs, and he was dragging something behind him, and he was really like struggling, and I could sense it, and we were all in a circle, and I just knew he was approaching from behind, and as soon as I sort of said, "Oh, we have this man, blah blah blah," and we recognised he was there, and the energy just changed.
That's right.
And it just seemed he went, It just, and then like later on I realised it's ball and chains. I didn't realise what he was dragging.
Wow.
But yeah, he was dragging a ball and chains. And
fantastic.
Oh God, it was shocking, and some of the images you get are a bit much, because when I first started this development route about 8 years ago, and I didn't believe it, and it's only because every 2 weeks it's about ghost hunting, and every 2 weeks it's about mediumship. So I thought, yeah, I like the ghost hunting, the mediumship, don't believe in it, load of rubbish, there you go. So I went to the first lesson, I thought, yeah, okay, whatever, we're saying. But we did scrying, we did sort of stuff, and it's like, yeah, this is weird. And sort of as we carried on, I sort of encountered. I didn't encounter a lot then, because you don't, do you? You just get bits and bobs, really. You don't get a conversation. You actually never think you will actually communicate with spirit. But it just carried on for a while, and then I lost my mum after that, when it kind of ended. But it helped me get through it, sort of thing.
Yeah.
And then that kind of finished. And then I started having lessons with Barry John.
Uh-huh.
And then I lost my dad. And it's just weird how, spirit came toward, this kind of found me in a way.
Yeah.
And then it kind of ended, and then, so it kind of helped me through that as well. And
of course, because you feel closer with them as well, but oh God.
It's a weird one, isn't it? It kind of, I think that's why, in a way, because of losing mum, it pushed me more to do the sort of spiritual side.
Yep. And I think a lot it does. I know when I've lost people like my nephew and stuff like that, you want to connect with them as well. I think because right. You can, it just makes you, it's just overwhelming. The feeling that I need to do that. I need to try.
Yeah, it's weird because my mum had Alzheimer's. So I think in a way I used to wind her up because she was very Christian. She went to church every week, even when she had Alzheimer's. And I think I tried to get through to her, try and shock her, saying, "Oh, I'm going ghost hunting," because it wouldn't have been pleasing to her when she. But I tried to get her to recognize a bit. So I kind of mentioned that, and but now she goes to mediums and she says she understands why I'm doing what I'm doing. And a couple of mediums have told me that, and that's lovely, and I do speak to Dad with cat balls.
Yeah, well, that's it. Yeah,
and I know when he's around because it makes me laugh, and the cat balls just go off, and I know they're him because I go, "Is that you?" And it flashes before I say Dad because it's really quick. It's really quick on them.
And see when you instantly have that connection, it's like they're right there beside you.
Yeah.
Well, they are right beside you because obviously.
Weird, because I've gone camping with my friend, and I just had a cat ball in my pocket. Just put it out, and it started flashing. Oh, hello, Dad.
Hello there.
Yeah, come camping away.
Go camping with you. Well, it's just a shame they can't get rid of the spiders, really, isn't it?
I don't mind.
Oh,
no, the UK one's fine. I went to Venezuela on a holiday. Tell you what, after Venezuela, everything in the UK is fine.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, again, actual chills you're thinking about. Nope, not for me.
The worst, I was trying to walk under this waterfall, but I gave up because the person in front of me was wearing silly shoes. And basically, if you slip in the waterfall, you'll die because there's no health and safety out there.
No.
So it's a waterfall, so you between the rock and the waterfall straight in front of you, and then bits of it you're actually under it. So it's So
pushing
I thought, stuff like I'll go back because if you walk all the way over there, then you've got to do it again. And I thought, nah.
To come back again.
On there, and there's this tarantula, and it's like, okay. And there's this blue fly, and it kind of was hassling the tarantula. I thought, oh, stupid blue fly. But no, what it was a blue wasp. I found out later, and it
blue wasp.
Blue wasp. It stuns the spider and lays its eggs in it, so it's fresh food.
That's quite gruesome, isn't it?
I know it eats the spider.
But the blue wasp was a third of the size of a spider. See, and when you've seen that, you can deal with spiders here, can't you?
I'm pretty sure we could.
And scorpions and stuff. And snakes. Oh, God.
That's an image that will not leave my head all night, a blue wasp.
Yeah, I know. It was quite... It was wonderful to see because my gran had grown up, we're watching nature programs as a kid because that's all that was on TV, wasn't it? At some stage, Just, you didn't get a lot to watch. And she would have been well impressed seeing that. And you're kind of watching thinking, oh my gosh,
I know, because it's not something I've even seen on a nature programme as a blue wasp.
I've seen it once. Yeah.
I've never heard of that before.
Yeah.
No.
But I didn't have a camera because that was the other side of the waterfall. Because the bloke taking the trip took all the cameras over in a bag. So I didn't get a photo or anything.
Oh, I know.
I wasn't going to take my camera over in the waterfall. I would have fallen.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
No, we've got a Lindsay Moore. Hi, team. Hi, team. Going to Renfrew Baths, end of October, trying to get info on this poor little boy is near impossible. So lovely to hear that you have connected with him. Yeah, well, do you know what, Lindsay? I know yous are going, and I would love to be able to tell you more about them, but I would love you to try and experience it for yourselves first, to be honest, because Carly's just showing me pictures of a blue wasp.
Yeah.
She googled it. She googled it. You know, Carly
Awesome.
googled it. So, Lindsay, definitely listen. You go and have the best night, because that was one of our best investigations to date. That one, everybody still talks about it. I'm pretty sure there's Louise Brand. Hello, Louise. She wrote that night was brilliant, and it certainly was. From start to finish, the activity in that place was mind blowing. I never thought it was your first public investigation. Proper public investigation, and for myself and Sam, taking all these people on a
it's
public
whole
event, and
thing.
I know, and
so different.
You can't guarantee things are going to happen.
No.
But Tracy, that was your first proper investigation, wasn't it?
It was. It was a great night. It was absolutely fantastic.
Brilliant.
I know. We had EVPs, we had the doors opening up, we had cat balls going off, we had noises, we had the water splashing, we had shadow figures, we had apparitions with taps going off. It was just immense. And then we had multiple people coming out with the same name at the same time.
Lovely.
You know, and then
everybody
of course we had the
door.
Yeah, the door was fantastic.
And Louise,
I don't really want to give too much away, but I mean, this is all the activity we were getting. So, Lindsay, if you're not getting excited by now, then you should really start getting excited, because it's a great place. And we can't wait to go back, because but it's like yourself then, Jacqueline, talking about helping them over. I don't know if that's something that we maybe have done with that wee boy.
It's hard to say, isn't it? Yeah.
Until you go back in there, you would never know.
You can sometimes feel it happen, but sometimes they want to be there as well.
Aye, well, I think he walked away with his gran through the door.
Oh, okay.
And he says to you, Carly, what did he say to you?
He wanted us to go back.
He wanted us to go back. He liked it while we were there. So we got a REM pod bear, and we named him George.
Oh, lovely.
Because he said to Carly in a dream that he liked that bear. So we've named him George.
Yeah. But isn't it great when you get the same validation? Like the story I've told of Bulletin Hall. I'd love someone else to say that they've got that.
This is Syria. Syria did the shamanic journey. She was the one who was lying down, and she picked up in the wee boy going away with his gran.
Oh, lovely.
And Syria's been at all our events, every one of them. That's Tracy's sister.
That's cool.
Tracy's now, she began, she started the team, and now she's brought her full family out in investigations.
That's brilliant.
It's a family day out too.
It is. It's like a family day out for them.
That's great. That is good. I like it. Yeah, my sister's not into it. My friends. There's a girl who started coming along sort of I book my own events sort of at locations, so I've had a few of those. Just like for people who've like investigated.
Yeah.
So some lovely people.
And it's so good meeting different people, sure it is.
Oh, it is, and just use just the energy and working together.
Yeah.
I pay for the location, split the cost out, and then if people want to work as a group, if people want to try different things, then just go ahead and do it. And then you're not restricted to sort of doing it's totally different going out with people with no experience and different levels to people who just want to go in and get the evidence.
Yeah.
And you kind of push the boundaries more than you would on a public event as well. Because a public event, you've got to be really careful. And in some ways, you can't let spirit get too close. And
yeah, that's right. You've got to make sure that there is boundaries set there.
Yeah, that's right. You've got to set
and protect them.
More. Yeah. Yep. But then it's like you're going to play, aren't you? You can just go and, So, I've been to Haunted Antiques one night, and spirit was like picking on us one at a time.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Like one girl, she got pushed to her knees heavily. She was fine. One guy got really overshadowed and he had to go out for summer hair. And yeah, Gary Fields was with us that night as well. And we just got all things happening, and yeah, it's cool. But there was a lot of strong energy. And when you've got people with that experience putting all the energy together, then it can get intense, can't it?
Of course. Just the different energies, and everybody's wanting the same thing, and then when it's just like a whirlwind, and then then stuff starts to happen. But that really is a kid night when it works like that.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I've been a few times since. Sometimes I've run it as an event. There's been different people, and last time there's a girl who hadn't been before, and one of the spirits was kind of picking on her a lot, so I was trying to look after her, bless her.
Looking after her.
He was being quite, he is quite unpleasant. He's a doctor, but I'm not really going into.
No.
But he's not a pleasant person. Generally picks on females, so yeah, he picked on this girl, bless her.
Oh.
So I sort of took her in another room, made sure she's properly grounded and everything, and then
and that's what you really need to do when you go on investigation.
You
really need to ground and protect yourself, because see, if you don't, you're opening yourself up to God knows.
Oops. Yeah. You should ground and protect yourself 100%.
Just to be safe. I mean, the last time we were at Bannockburn, I mean, I know we've been guilty about going on investigations and not properly doing that. But that time at Bannockburn, we were at Bannockburn House in Stirling, and we've got Sharon and Doris on the team. Well, they had us all in a circle.
Yeah.
They did all the protection.
That's when they pick you. Yeah. It's when you stand in a circle. That's when it gets, This is my favourite activity.
Oh my God. Well, they had kind of gave us all the, I mean, I can't quite remember exactly what they did there, Tracy. They did what were they doing? Did they go running the drums?
The drums going round, and I think it was the end Doris had said as well.
I mean, they were going overkill. Again, they were going over to make sure we were all protected, but that was because we had so much of the public with us. So they just wanted to make sure that everybody was safe, because if you don't date with them all, it's just going to be that one person that ends up getting targeted. And luckily that never happened. But
if you have got the public with you, you have
to be really careful.
That protection's there.
Yeah. So obviously you've been doing the investigations, you've been going out and booking places and stuff like that. So who's that said that? So Saria, thank you, my doll. Protective shamanic drumming ceremony. That is what they were doing with us.
It's cool.
But it's all the different energies all sandwiched together.
Yeah. It is, and especially if you go into a place like Haunted Antiques, which has all these objects, all different energies associated.
Yeah.
It's a massive melting pot.
It really is, and it's like
it's
a bit like a hurricane.
Yeah.
That sounds like
you're going to be in the eye. Sorry, Tracy.
That sounds like a road trip.
Oh yeah. If you want to go, let us know, because
Definitely. Well, do you know what? That's one place I've always fancied going.
Yeah.
Do you know? It's just obviously we've been away down in England, and we're away up in Scotland. It has to be planned out properly.
Well, it's like me. If I travel more than an hour, I need to plan it out.
Aye.
I have found that I can't drive more than an hour after an event, so I'm just too tired. It's not safe to do so. So anything more than an hour I can't do. So it means I have to do a camping trip.
Oh God!
And I have to spend the night, which is fine. I've worked at events and actually gone into a tent in the frost after an event.
You're hardcore, Jacqueline. Honestly, you really are.
I think it was either March or October. No, it would have been March time, wouldn't it? Yeah. It was March time and the campsite was open. But I got an electric blanket, which is nice and toasty. That was on already. And an oil heater. So it's really toasty.
So you were okay?
I'm always all right, yeah.
My God. If you were in Scotland, there would still have been snow kicking about at that time of the year.
I've been camping when there've been piles of snow about. So where it was heavy snowfall one week, and then I've been and it wasn't too, it hasn't all cleared. I've woke up and the tent's got frozen.
My God.
Frost on the tent.
But then you've got Rocky as well. I mean, do you take?
Not when I, if I have to do an overnight with a ghost, and I can't take Rocky.
Oh no, that's right.
I've got to book him in the kennels, you see. So so every trip is awkward because just before lockdown, I didn't have him, and I got invited to loads of places, which any other time I wouldn't have been able to go. But Skirridin, Warwick Castle, they're all privates as well.
Yeah.
Judges' lodgings in Wales. And, because I didn't have a dog, I was free to get out and about. But he kind of restricts me, which is good, really. Otherwise,
in a wee bit of sense. I mean,
yeah, otherwise I'd be going everywhere, wouldn't I?
I know, you would be as well just taking a constant backpack. I mean, you would literally be the homeless person just...
Every week, you finish work on a Friday and you end up in Cornwall on the Saturday or something. Yeah.
Freelance ghost hunting.
Well, you're there already, pretty much. But I mean, as far as hardcore investigators go, you have got. See, watching you when you just hitch up your tent.
I haven't done it for about 3 or 4 weeks. I haven't been out investigating. I had to walk around that church. Oh wow, beautiful church. Skidbrook or somewhere. I went there. And then I went to the Bloom Festival at the weekend. I was absolutely shattered because you have to get down to the York Racecourse at 6 o'clock in the morning.
My God.
Natural time. So you go to bed about 10:30, down at Racecourse for 6, then you've got a full day on. So on the Sunday, I woke up, had breakfast, and had to drive home. And I was absolutely shattered, and I had to stop on the motorway. So, as soon as I just thought I've got to stop at the next junction, so I just got off on a roundabout, turned left, saw a garage, and then saw a sign for a haunted location. So I got a coffee, and then off I went to check it out. But yeah, I've wanted to go to that place for ages, but it's just amazing that. And the car ended up there.
It just happened to be there at that time.
All these junctions off the M1, and this one happened to be a really cool junction.
Love it.
Rosh Abbey.
Meant to be, Jacqueline.
Leslie from Team Spirit Paranormal keeps mentioning Rosh Abbey, how cool it is. And yeah, I didn't even know where it was. I know it's around, Sheffield, wherever way, but I don't know if it's off that road, but yeah.
And it was there.
Yeah.
Amazing. So, as far as obviously you're investigating, you're a busy woman with your pantomimes and stuff like that, what you do, Jacqueline. But then you started Paranormal Paths.
Yeah, that's about 2 years ago. No, longer than that now. Yeah, it's quite a while, 2 to 3 years.
Quite a few years,
Yeah, I've been doing podcasts since lockdown.
Yep.
And the only reason I did that was because I live on my own, and it actually gave somebody for me to talk to. Mm-hmm. Because on my lockdown, it's horrendous, wasn't it? So
I know.
It really helped with my mental health. The fact that one day a week I could actually talk to people. Mm-hmm. So it's out my comfort zone. I'd never done anything like it. Like the first interview, my God, first 5 minutes, and you think, how the hell am I going to speak for an hour? And you just don't know how you're going to do it, and you're watching the clock, and you think, oh my God, 20 minutes, that's it. But I'd written 100 questions down to keep me going, because I thought, well, if I don't know what to say, then I'll read a question, but then I couldn't read it because it's dark.
Oh no, so you just had to think in your feet.
Yeah, but I don't do questions now, I just blank
No, No, I mean, we've all been there, Jacqueline. I know when I started doing the lives with PIH, my hands sweated
Oh, bless
every
you.
time they thought I'd gone on to do a live. But that really did. If it wasn't for that second lockdown, I think my mental health would have totally went down the way. I'll just say that because it was easier. So it would have really went down low if I hadn't been doing the lives. For all, I was really nervous and anxious about doing them. And of course, I would have all the questions written out. I'd have all the questions written out, but I'd be too feared to actually ask them.
Oh, bless you.
I know, but then now, obviously, here we are, just yapping away, as they say.
Yeah, it's so
And
different.
so
And then,
I quite.
Sometimes I get a curveball question though, and I can't remember, but I asked Phil Wyman one once, and it's like I got this question in my head. I thought, yes, I'll do it. And I asked it, and like he just looked at me, gone out. It's like, oh, okay. I can't remember what it was, but yeah. But I just find like I just get a question I need to ask. So whether questions come from, but I kind of it just does, doesn't it?
And I think sometimes as well, that sometimes the questions that you hadn't written down that come for your head are the better questions, because they just pop in and it makes it more relevant and it makes it flow gently as well, the lives.
Yeah. If you do like 1 to 100 and do it in order, then it doesn't quite work, because you might have hit question 89 with conversation on number 5, and it's that way, isn't it?
I know. So, and I don't think you really get a feel for the person by just going by questions. I just don't think that really works. And I mean, when we were doing the lives with Spirit Whisperers, I was the one that would get the questions right, because I would really, not that anybody didn't study, but I always like to get a background, and I found other ways. So it was kind of funny questions I was asking.
That's cool. That's brilliant.
And so it was like outside the box.
Yeah.
And it really did make a difference. But yeah, I mean, to be doing it for 3 years, that's quite an achievement. And Paranormal Pass is a very successful.
I have been doing shows for nearly 3 years, haven't I? I think, I did it for Haunted Antiques and then sort of moved over. But you know what, I'm rubbish at dates and times. I don't, if I'm doing something, it's in my calendar, it's on my phone. If I lose my phone, I'm stuffed, because everything's on there.
Well, I mean, we've been trying to do this live for 3 weeks now, haven't we?
Yeah, that's it.
In fact, it maybe a wee bit longer than that, because we had been on holiday, then we came back and ended up with COVID, so we couldn't do anything. Then the following week, everybody was knackered, and then this week it was like, it needs to be done.
And it was close as well tonight, wasn't it? But yeah, we've done it, and yeah.
Yep. Oh, I've got a few more. I've got a couple more comments here.
Sure.
In fact, Lindsay Moore, 30 East Drive is a melting pot of energy. When I was there overnight, I went to sleep singing Baby Shark. I was freaking out. Never been that way before. The place was great. Any of you has ever been?
No.
Personally, no.
But,
have you been, Jacqueline?
No, but when I went to York, on the way back, I nearly went to Pontefract just to check it out.
Oh,
so
I know.
I was heading down the road. I thought, I could see the sign for Pontefract. Do I pull off or not? So in the end, I didn't, and pulled off at Rosshappy. So,
Aye. Yeah. I'm not going to lie. When we went down to Pendle a few weeks ago, I did Google how far away from Pontefract that Pendle was, actually.
Yeah. I think I want, you just see the front door, that's it. There's the guy with the team who actually books events there. There's not many who actually book events there. So what I want to do, but obviously I've got to sort it out with Rocky, because I've had a lot this year which has been carried over from COVID. So a lot of events are booked. So he's been in the kennels a lot this year, which is bad, and it's just happened that everything's happened this year. Yep. So next year, I've got to be careful, and I do wonder about East Drive and just taking some friends and Yeah,
I think so. It gets mixed reviews, Jacqueline. I feel you hear all these stories about it's been overworked. There's nothing really happening. So to see Lindsay saying that she was actually terrified singing Baby Shark, I mean, it must have been quite active that night.
Yeah, that's it. But I think it's the people you take with you a lot of the time.
Aye, I know. You
You know,
said about the
it just takes one person who doesn't want to be there, and they're there because their friends there or the missus or whatever, and they're just like taking the mickey all night, or they've got the wrong attitude. It can ruin it for everyone.
I know.
So it kills the energy, doesn't it?
That's right. You've got to have high vibration to even try and connect with spirit.
Yeah, that's
You know,
right.
so when you're going there with the attitude that nothing's going to happen, then you never know. I mean, we always go into our investigations, whether it's for the public or whether it's on our own, and we just go in like with that excitedness that we just don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah, that's
But
right.
you know, and we just
Yeah.
get that. I don't know. It's like Christmas time. You know.
It is, isn't it? Just the feeling that you're going somewhere, and you know,
I know.
it's quite funny because you leave the location, you think, oh, nothing happened, but then I do a write up, and yeah, loads happened.
I know.
And
When you go back over it.
I don't know what we want. You know, what do we want? But,
You know, that time we went to that castle, Jacqueline, when you came up to Scotland last year, and you, me, Lois, and
God.
Sam, and Rocky all sat in the grass, you know, and it was just the four of us. And
Yeah.
it wasn't extremely active, but we knew we were in connection with somebody.
Yeah, that's right.
You know, and we were having a conversation there, and it was just fantastic energy. And we didn't know what to expect that night.
That's right. And I don't know if I think it's more difficult when you're outside because you've got a lot surrounding you. You know, you don't know if there's any dodgy people about. Like in Scotland, you're a lot better off than around here. So if you go somewhere around here, you've probably got drunks there or, you know, some dodgy people. Whereas here, you know, there are a lot of like abandoned castles, aren't there? So you know, you turn up, you know, you get the animals and the vegetation, you know, you get the normal sounds, don't you? But it was funny how Rocky was growling at something, and then
we heard it. We heard what he heard.
Yeah, and then
and then he started growling.
Yeah, Rampod as well, and he's looking in the right direction.
And the cat balls were going off. We were just getting it all, albeit very, very kind of quietly. It wasn't that hugely active, but it was just like lots of small wee things happening.
And they're not going to be communicated with much there either, because you get locations and like every whenever somebody will go in, you get the same old questions, you know, and they'll stand around thinking, oh, what have we got tonight for our entertainment? Just so we go there, where they're kind of thinking, oh gosh, here we go again. What story shall we make up for them?
Aye, that's right. We've had some really good stuff happen up there. We haven't been for a long, long time, to be honest.
It's a good place, isn't
it? In fact, we haven't really been out investigating as much as we would have liked.
Oh, bless you. Things happen though.
Aye, but that's it. I mean, a lot has happened over the last wee while. We've changed as a team, and you know, and then obviously with the summer nights.
Yeah.
Didn't you the last time we were at Sanker?
No, I think it was Lennox Castle, was it not? The asylum.
Oh wow.
Oh, the other eye. It was Lennox. Aye, that's where we were.
Lennox Castle, and that was really good.
Yeah, shame I didn't get up to Scotland, but I refused to pay £285 in fuel.
That's a lot.
Because like last year I toured 1,500 miles, seven different locations I stayed in, but if you did it a while ago, I did it at a price cheaper than diesel is now.
Yeah,
and it would cost that much, and it's like, well, you don't want to fork that out straight away, do you?
No.
So, but then, you know, it would have been nice because it would have been decent weather this year.
But there's always other years, Jacqueline. I mean, I'm sure we'll get you back up to Scotland.
I do want to come back up again, yeah.
You can just meet the rest of the team as well.
Oh, definitely, yeah. And I was staying near Boleskine House as well. I didn't realise it.
Oh, really?
I was on the banks of Loch Ness at a campsite.
Aye, this is Alistair Crowley's house.
Yeah, then I decided to go to the banks of Loch Ness, because when I went there last time, there was a guy who'd basically quit his life and his day to day and everything. He's from England, and he got a van and just stayed on the side of the Loch Ness to find Nessie. And I googled and found he was still there. So I went to try and find him to interview him, but unfortunately it wasn't there that day. But yeah, he just quit his normal life, and just, went for life of just trying to find out if Nessie existed. And he's a really interesting guy. But why not,
I know.
It's better than, going to work every day and doing the same old, isn't it?
100%. That's exactly what I was saying. I mean, it's better to have variety. Yep. Yeah. Definitely better to have variety. So, and I mean, that Alistair Crowley, is Alistair Crowley? Am I right in saying that?
Yeah.
Aye.
I was camping 1.7 miles away from the house. It's only when I went to the banks of Loch Ness, I saw where we parked, there was a church going, something a Bullskin Council or whatever, and thought, oh my gosh.
That's
so I thought,
crazy.
I'm near the house. So I just drove back to the campsite, and there's a graveyard which fascinated me, because he overshot the campsite first off, as he usually do. And there's this graveyard which is like, it really captured my eye. And I didn't know how to stop, not realising it was at the bottom of the drive of that house. But it's hard to get to the graveyard because it is on a single track road. Unless you walk a bit. And it's 1.7 miles from a campsite, uphill.
Wow.
Yeah, you can imagine. On a single track road as well, it's not the best, is it?
I mean, I've been travelling up to Inverness for the last 30 years. Wow. And I've never... I will definitely be going up that way. I think you can't go back up, because I never really knew about the place. And all the years I've been going up, although I was into the paranormal, I had never done paranormal investigations. So now, because I haven't been up there for as long, I'm just thinking of all these places that I know exist.
You can't get access, but the foundation have it at the moment.
Yeah, that's right.
Developing it at the moment.
Yeah.
So what they'll do with it, they will, I think, encourage visitors, but probably not our sort of visit. I don't know.
No, but there's so many, see, different villages in Inverness, like Bewley and Muiravoord and Strathpeffer. The Strathpeffer's got the Victorian railway station.
Okay.
And so, and I know you can feel it when you walk into the place, the history, you can feel the activity there, you can feel the energies that are there. And so just being able to, I would love to investigate that wee place.
I'd just get something just going to Skye, though. The whole energy, the whole island.
Of course it is, aye.
I don't know what it is about it, but it is really mystical and magical.
I know.
And that's why...
And that's the thing, because it draws you back.
Oh, gosh, yeah.
Again and again and again.
Now, yeah.
Yeah. Lindsay was saying...
If I do go to Scotland, then, I do head towards Skye.
Skye's lovely. I mean... I've been there once, and we went camping there, funnily enough. I went camping with my mum, my dad and my friend. And, we were kind of underwhelmed with Skye because there wasn't really much in it, and I wasn't really sure about the people either, to be honest. And the next morning we got up, and my mum and dad, and they're like, nah, let's just go out of here. And I mean, it must have been 5, 6 o'clock in the morning, and we were putting a tent up. And then we went away, and it wasn't until I realised, I says, Mum, did you just pay for this tent? Did you pay for that? And no.
Oh.
So they kind of run away from the campsite and no paid for it. And we've had a night of camping in Skye. But it's got some beautiful scenery. Yeah. So I've only ever been in Skye once.
It was shocking last time I went. The whole 2 weeks last year, the weather was really bad. It was misty, and I do photography, so it really didn't do well. I haven't actually edited the photos since then. I've got to
But
edit.
actually, you did really well with the pictures you took, because you were doing lives and stuff like that, and it seemed to be no too bad.
Yeah, it usually rains when I go to Scotland. Apart from when I
Aye.
got married there, that was nice. That was very sunny.
Whereabouts was that, Jacqueline?
I got married at actually the same castle that Phil Wyman got married at.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I was chatting to them on the show. Or she put something on the page, the Are You Haunted page, and I said, yeah, I got married there. So yeah, got married at Cumlongan Castle, which is a hotel, or was a hotel. It's actually up for sale, maybe 1 to 2 years ago. So I'm not sure what it is now. But yeah, it was a hotel, and spent the night there. Got married, and then went to Borthwick Castle for second night. So Borthwick is on one of the main roads leading up to Edinburgh.
Yep.
So it's got all, I don't know if it's Cromwell, but it's got all like holes in the wall where the cannons hit the wall.
Yeah.
So it's a really interesting place.
I'm pretty sure that was at the Battle of Borthwick Bridge. Am I right in saying that, Tracy?
Oh.
That's Boswell Bridge, sorry, not totally different place.
Okay.
Battle of Boswell Bridge, and that was all the Covenanters.
Yeah, but
The battle with the Covenanters, but Oliver Cromwell. I mean,
I'm shocking at history.
he's been all over.
Yeah.
So you would like Alloway Cut, Jacqueline? We need to take you to Alloway Cut the next time you're up.
I need to come up, and Rocky's all right investigating. He's happy enough.
Oh, he loves it, and you love him.
Yeah, he's cool. Yeah.
So
rescue, but yeah, he was happy.
Oh, so we've got Dennis Parrott. Hello, Dennis. How are you? And then we've got Facebook user who seems to be. Oh, it's Syria. Found an amazing hidden estate with the Alistair house in Persia. I was drawn to hidden graveyard away from the house. I took loads of photos on my phone on the gravestones, but everyone came out black. It's a really spiritual place. Oh no, we really need to visit.
Yeah.
London Bridges. What's up, people? What's up, London? How are you? All good. Well, thanks for coming in. We're still talking away to Jacqueline, talking about all these different places, Scotland, and sorry, I'm just jabbing my daughter's side.
Oh, bless you. But there are some wonderful places. There's too many, you know.
There is. I mean, you can lose contact and get lose. I don't know what's the word.
I don't know what the word is.
you lose track of it all, and sometimes it can be that overwhelming because you think, look at all these places I want to go and see and visit and investigate, and you think there's no enough hours in the week, or days in the week, or days in the month.
Yeah, like when I retire, I'll just get a camper van.
That's what you do.
6 months and just
Sorry guys, I just realised my baubles broke as well, so my hair's just going to fall out. My God, we're doing really well. I'll tell you what.
I'll sit on it.
So, new paranormal past. Obviously, you have investigated some. You've spoke to a lot of people, Jacqueline, haven't you, on your channel? And obviously, you've got Lois Haddo as a co-host.
Yeah, I met Lewis. Wow. 5+ years ago, really.
Really?
I don't know. We just got chatting on Facebook, and yeah, she's a great friend. She's been brilliant.
She's lovely, and obviously, Lois was on our team.
She's not here tonight, but yeah, she did have a late night last night.
Yeah, but we're thinking about Sam, because Sam couldn't make it on tonight either, and Lois, but we'll get it again. We'll do it again.
Yeah, when you told me about Sam as well, it's like, you know, oh dear.
Wondered if it was a full moon last night. Was that a full moon?
It wasn't, no.
No, wasn't it a full moon?
Well, it's Mercury retrograde at the moment, I guess.
Oh, aye.
Here we go again. Yeah.
So we've got a few more people joining us. So we've got Dennis Parrott, and then we've got Claire Farrow. Hello, my honey. Thanks for coming on. Dennis has wrote, have you tried Yester Castle? No, I mean, I should know my geography, Dennis, right? But it's Chester Castle in Scotland. This is me showing myself up here.
Yeah, it
If
sounds
my
like
brother was, is that in England?
No, it sounds Scottish.
Oh my goodness.
Yes,
I mean, honestly,
yes,
It's Scotland.
yes, there's Castle. Carly, Google it.
I'm on it.
yes, Dennis, is that, yes, it's Scotland or yes, it's
Scotland.
England. My
Scotland.
geography is rubbish. I mean, I've heard of Chester Castle.
There we go. That's what it is.
Oh, it's in England.
Gifford or
England?
whatever. Gifford.
That doesn't help me anyway.
Where is it?
Chester Castle.
It said EH. No, that looks like
No, that's a
it's near Cockermouth.
Oh,
It's in Edinburgh. It's near. It's actually near Edinburgh. Yeah, right, okay, Dennis. I'm kind of getting my bearings now. I'm really bad with geography. I genuinely am terrible. If my brother was here, he would be. He generally would string me up because he'd be saying, "Shelley, you're so silly when it comes to geography." Yester Castle. Oh, somebody else has put that up. Yester Castle is a round castle located 1.5 miles southeast of the village of Gifford in East Lothian, Scotland. The only remaining complete structure is the subterranean goblin.
Yeah, sounds good.
Or hobgoblin.
That's a trick.
That's what Google says. My geography sucks. Now, if you could see her Callie, the news, she's literally Googling this as we speak.
What am I supposed to be Googling?
So just you've got it on your phone.
Oh no, when
No, I'm not really good with geography, and there's that many different places that if somebody says anything, if it's not a place that you kind of talk about often, it always goes to the background. So when somebody pipes it up, it's like, oh, wait a minute to think.
Oh no, I don't like what Dennis has said. Home of a warlock.
Home of a warlock.
I've had trouble with one of those before. Yeah, that was awful.
Oh no.
We went to, it was a village school, okay? So a little village in Leicestershire, nothing. A few houses, if that. And it's got like your old style, like, it looked like a church or a school. You know what I mean? Just like one room for a school.
Yeah.
It's in a little village, and that was it. So I thought, yeah, we're going to go along, going to be a few school kids, blah, blah, blah. You know, this is going to be, you know, a few kids playing investigation. There you go. Anyway, there's a warlock there. He just picked on us one at a time.
Oh no.
And, it was shocking. It really was. It's so heavy. And we were all ill for a week after that investigation.
Oh no, that's no good.
We all felt
Right,
shocked.
so who in the chat said about a warlock? Dennis.
Yeah.
So did we. And we had a wee goblin attack him.
Oh gosh.
Dennis, that must have been horrific as well.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
But
But we
But I'm up
checked
for the challenge, to be honest.
We went back and we decided to do round 2. So we went back, but they got 2 new people. So I thought it was going to be the same people who went the first time, but then it wasn't. And you find that if you go back, you're never going to get that again, are you?
I know. It's like
you go with high expectations.
I know what you're saying, Jacqueline, but I would certainly be up for. I would certainly be up to give that a try.
Yeah.
Because, I just switch that off. Aye, no, I mean I've never experienced a warlock or a goblin.
Yeah.
I've experienced a witch finder.
Oh wow! Okay, that's cool.
Which is really good in the old Kirkconnell.
Wow.
So
oh yeah, I do really well there, Dennis. Thank you. But then
he didn't like the English.
But then that was normal, wasn't it? You know that is, yeah.
Back in the day, it would have been.
That's the way it was. Yeah, of course it is.
He's laughing.
There's a wall there for a reason, isn't there?
Aye, there's a wall there, but at least it's been broken. The wall's been broken down.
It's a long way down, isn't it? I didn't realise.
Say that again, Jacqueline.
The wall's a long way down, isn't it?
That's a long way down, and it goes a long way across as well.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's all intact.
Oh no.
But do you know what? That's what I love about these lives, because you're going on your screen, you're going on your laptop or your tablet or your phones, or for whatever reason, whatever device you're going to be using, and you're able to connect with people from all over.
Oh yeah, definitely.
You know, and it kind of opens up a whole new world that you might not even just get to visit at all.
That's
But
right.
you're getting to speak to all these people and hear their stories, listen to about the places where they live or places they've visited. So and I love that. I kind of miss doing the live. So it's really good to hear all different stories. But I
All
think,
it takes is for one person who's watching to go, yeah, I went there and I got that.
of course,
And you know, and I try and put evidence out as to what I get. Now, if I spoke to whoever there and whatever, I got this. You know, it could be anything. But if somebody else links into that person, like that little boy you got,
yeah.
and that's what makes it worthwhile, is it even more?
On that investigation, now, for anybody that's still kind of in the chat that was there that night, and even yourself, Lindsay, we did a TikTok, and it was like, and it was Sam that took a picture, and she took a picture of a door from a distance, but there's like 5 different pictures of this one photo. And so every time the picture was taken, we kind of edited it and zoomed it in a little bit, zoomed it in a little bit more, zoomed it in a little bit more, and then edited it so that we brightened it up. And it really does look like the spirit of a lady holding a set of goggles. If you can get that. And this was at the Victory Baths.
Wow.
It just blows my mind, but we've shared it on the page. So if there's anybody on the chat and you want to just go and have a look, you'll be able to see it. We're just going to get the picture up just now.
It's brilliant.
Can you
I'll take a screenshot of the man.
Aye, she's just going to take a screenshot. If you want to go, I could come. Dennis, that would be lovely. Is this aye, that would be something really good. Would like that, Dennis. Lindsay Moore, Lindsay Moore, she's seen that pic, it's amazing.
Is that the one?
Right, I'm going to turn this screen around. I don't know if you're going to be able to see that.
Oh wow.
No, you can see the goggle, you can see the face, you can make out arms, you can make out 2 arms holding a pair of goggles.
Oh.
Can you see that properly, Jacqueline?
Yeah, so you can see it so much. Yeah, you can see something.
Well,
Yeah,
what I've done
I need
is
to check it out.
check it out in the page, because I've done a TikTok video with all the different stages of the Zoom.
Wow.
Because you could see it from far away where it hasn't been edited.
Oh.
And then we edited it up so that we zoomed it in and zoomed it up quite a lot. But then I had to go and check and see about the goggles, because I said the goggles look quite big
for
goggles.
Okay.
But then when you Google goggles, right? When you Google goggles, back in the 50s and 60s, you end up with big massive things, right?
Oh,
So I thought, that is so wow. You know, because I was doubting it, I was second guessing the picture. But then when I went and Googled goggles,
yeah.
Goggles.
I actually seen that it was fantastic evidence.
Oh yeah, that's brilliant.
But you'll be able to see it yourself. So if you go into the Paranormal Footprints page, you'll be able to see it. You'll be able to see it in TikTok as well.
Oh, cool. Yeah, yeah. I've moved on to TikTok as well.
I'll have you, Jacqueline.
Yeah.
We've got you in TikTok.
Well, I've not been doing it long. I've only been doing it since about June-ish.
Aye.
Yeah.
Oh.
So, yeah. Got about 1,000 on there already. Quite surprised. Don't know how, but yeah.
Because of you, Jacqueline. And you've got a great following. Hello, Sharon. Thanks for coming in. Sharon's another member of the team. She's our medium as well, along with Doris.
Oh, brilliant.
And there's Dennis, and we'll definitely organise a meet up to this.
Oh.
What is the name of that place again? I'm really bad.
What place? Yester. Oh no.
Yester Castle, yeah, definitely. That's just another one to add to the bucket list. That's brilliant. I love all these lists. I love this list. It's ever expanding.
Yeah, but you've got so many places near you. That's the thing.
You would think so though, but a lot of the places it's hard to get into.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? They're hard to get into, or you've got to pay to get into them.
Yeah.
Which is fair enough. And I
yeah.
think that's why, we went down the route of the kind of public events, because it meant that everybody was getting a chance to enjoy them.
Well, that's right, yeah.
And so that was the reason.
I've worked for teams and I've enjoyed that. And then I decided I wanted to go just to get in the locations and share the cost.
Aye.
And I don't know, I'm going to be helping teams out again.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
Somebody mentioned that I'd contacted him about working for him. So that's at Haunted Antiques.
Oh, fantastic.
He did mention it. He did actually mention it online because he wants to do some public events next year. And he's been looking
definitely
for people.
Go for it.
I've got to go and speak to him about it. So yeah, but he mentioned it on the show. It's like I was keeping it quiet, but yeah.
Oh, well, keep us updated with that, Jacqueline, because that's something we could even open ourselves up to.
Yeah.
Soon.
So he does run them once a month, I think, but he's looking for like different things and different ideas. And, yeah, Hales Castle, because oh god, what's his name? The guy who was on, I forgot his name. Paranormal. Forgot the guy I met at Haunted Antiques who was on first thing. David. He mentioned.
Oh, David Barrett. David Barrett, Project Paranormal.
Yeah, he mentioned. Project Paranormal. He mentioned Hales Castle. Yeah. Ages ago, because that can be.
Is it bad? I've never even heard of that place.
Yeah, I have. Yeah. Yeah, it's a good one.
I mean, I feel like I'm sheltered.
Yeah.
It must be. I've heard of it.
I know when you're in England, but then you've had a Scottish guy telling you about it, I suppose.
Yeah, that was it. That 3 years ago, I heard of that one.
Hi.
Paddington.
Is that in England? Is that Scottish? I'm so bad.
It's not Edinburgh.
It sounds Scottish.
Is it?
No, it is. It's near Edinburgh again.
See, we go to Edinburgh. We usually go to the Royal Mile.
It's actually near the other castle.
Oh, so it's not far. Oh, it's not actually far away from that other castle. Well done, Dennis. Dennis? Oh, right. I think I'll be.
You're going to your bed.
It's going a bit ski whiff here. I promise you, I've not been drinking. I promise. But Dennis, that's certainly one we can check out. Definitely.
Yeah,
You've been doing this for 20 years.
That's brilliant.
Oh my God! And I've only been doing it for a few years.
You also need to go back to YouTube.
Lindsay Moore, the Googles. The Googles are Googles or that's kind of the position that I'm finding myself in the new, Lindsay.
When I searched up, when that bathroom opened in 1921, the goggles came straight up.
Aye, so that's the goggles for that era, the 20s.
Yeah.
So it makes it all the more fascinating.
Yeah, it is good when you can get the validation of something, isn't it?
Aye, I love it. But anyway, Jacqueline, I don't want to do this because I feel as though we could just sit here all night and talk away, could we? I know.
Thanks so much anyway. It's been good.
Oh, Jacqueline, it's been a pleasure, my honey. And listen, you'll need to come back on and maybe next time we'll have Lois.
Oh, yeah, I know.
All right, but it really has been fantastic and it's been good getting to know the people in the chat and talking about different places, even if I didn't know where they were.
And I know how, I can't even pronounce them though. So there you go.
I know, sometimes it's really difficult. But Tracy, thanks very much for joining us as well, my honey. All right. And can I just say a big thank you to my daughter Callie, who's never done, she's a newest member of the team, has never done a live chat. And she's sat here like a wee trooper, Googling.
Yeah,
she's actually been quiet for a change.
But it's the quietest I've ever known her.
I know.
Right.
But she had the guts to come on and join us the night and do this live. So,
no can get abused by you for sitting in.
I know.
You love it.
So, but thanks very much, and thanks to everybody on the chat. It's been brilliant having you on, and it's been good to actually do a live again.
Oh, bless
You know,
you.
because
It was
it's
nice
been
to
a
meet
wee
you,
while as
Jacqueline.
well.
Oh, take care.
I know. So
That's-
we're going to end the live there, guys, okay? And we'll catch up soon. So take care, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Take care.
Good night.
Bye.
Bye.
See ya. Bye.